Hey, I'm Don from Math Eternal, and today I'll be showing you how to beat quadratic equations with the quadratic formula. So, for a brief recap of quadratic equations, they are any type of equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. What makes them quadratic is the x squared term. They have to have x squared in them. They don't have to have the bx part or constant c, but always has to have x squared in them. Now, there are many different ways to approach quadratic equations, but my favorite is using the quadratic formula. This is because instead of rearranging the equation or doing brackets or factorization and all that nonsense, all you have to do is use the formula and just substitute the values straight away. Now for the formula. So the formula is x equals to minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I'll say that one more time. X equals to minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now the reason I'm saying this twice is because a good way to memorize quadratic formula is to say it over and over again instead of trying to think in your head where all these letters are arranged like all over the place. For me, it was just easy as saying it like that. So minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And then once you get used to that, it'll be easier for you to write it down on a piece of paper. Now, the way that the quadratic formula works is that you directly substitute each number in the positions of a, b, and c from the quadratic equation given in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now that you have learned the quadratic formula, let's get straight into level 1. Alright, so level 1 here is x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. So first, let's write down the quadratic formula. X equals to minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now we need to identify what a, b, and c are. So here, a is 1, b is minus 4, and c equals to 3. Now you don't have to write all this formula and ABC down, but I'm just doing it because I'm assuming that's your first time using the quadratic formula. Right, so let's do x equals to minus 4, which is just a plus 4, plus minus b squared, so minus 4 squared, and minus 4ac is minus 4a and then c, all over 2a. Alright, now let's do the calculations. So x equals to 4 plus minus, that's going to be 16 and a 12, minus 12 over 2. And then x is going to be 4 plus minus root 4 over 2. And then, as you know, root 4 is 2. So x equals to 4 plus minus 2 over 2. And now let's split the plus minus into two different numbers, as there's going to be two answers in most quadratic equations. So x is going to be 4 plus 2 over 2. And then 4 minus 2 over 2. And then, as you know, x is going to be 3 and then 1. And that's it. Now let's go to level 2. Now level 2 is 2x squared plus 11x plus 6 equals to 0. And let's write the quadratic formula one more time just for this question. So x equals to minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then a is going to be 2, and then b is going to be 11, and then c is going to be 6. X equals to minus 11 plus minus root b squared, and then 4ac is going to be 2 and a 6 there, all over 2 times 2. Alright, now let's get calculating. So x equals to minus 11 plus minus root 121 minus 4 times 2, which is 8. Then 8 times 6 is going to be 48. So it's going to be minus 48. And then 2 times 2 is a 4. And then x equals to minus 11 plus minus 121 minus 48. That is going to be 73. So there's 73 there over 4. And now we can't really simplify the root. So that's it. That's pretty much the answer there. So x equals to minus 11 plus root 73 over 4 or minus 11 minus root 73 over 4. Alright, so that was level 2. Now let's get to the next level, level 3. So level 3 now is 3x squared minus 7x plus 5 equals to 0. Alright, so this time I'm not going to use the quadratic formula. Well, I am going to use it, but I'm not going to write it down. So let's get straight into substitution. So x is going to be minus b, which is minus 7, which is 7, plus minus b squared, so minus 7 squared, minus 4ac, so that's a 3 and a 5, all over 2a, so it's going to be 2 times 3. And then x equals to 7 plus minus, so it's going to be 49. And then 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. That's going to be minus 60 there, all over 6. And then 7 plus minus 49 minus 60, that is going to be minus 11 over 6. But wait, there's a minus inside the root, so that means there is no solution. So this question, at this level, you write no solution. But if you get to a high level maths, there's this thing called imaginary numbers. So that's I. However, at this level, you're not going to be needing imaginary numbers. So if you see a minus inside root, you're always going to write no solution. Now for the challenge question, I want you to try it yourself. Pause the video. If you're stuck on any concepts, feel free to go back to the video and have a look at the other parts. Otherwise, good luck. Alright, here are the solutions for the challenge level. So here we have 63x squared minus 5x minus 23 equals to 0. So x is going to be minus 5, which is a 5, plus minus 5 squared, so minus 5 squared, minus 4 times 63 times minus 23, all over 2 times 63. And here we're going to use a calculator to speed things up. So inside the root is going to be minus 5 squared minus 4 times 63 times minus 23, and that is going to be 5,821 over 126. And here looks like we can't simplify the third, so that's it, that's the answer. It's going to be 5 plus minus 5,821 over 126, or 5 minus 5,821 over 126. That was how to beat quadratic equations with the quadratic formula. Thanks for the like and sub, and then see you in the next stage.